What's up, guys? Let's talk about some of the mental aspect of your training. Now, your mental training for fighting, regardless whether it be MMA, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, karate, whatever it is, it needs to, one, stem around how do I act when I'm tired? So you're going to get fatigued when you fight. You're going to get fatigued when you train. This is what everybody calls heart. That's pretty easy to build, actually. The better you get skill set wise, the better shape you get, a lot of times the more heart you will have in training. That part is actually the easiest form of heart and desire to build. A harder part is when you're getting your ass beat. So in training, if you're not enduring difficult training or you're not matched up with somebody that kind of equals your skill set or outmatches you, either physically domineering by their size, their strength, their speed, or just overall technical aptitude, that is the second way to build your skill set or your mental awareness and your mental fortitude. So how are you reacting to getting pounded on? Are you still staying in the fight? Are you just looking to survive? There is a time and a place for looking to survive, but if you're not looking for the way to win or get the advantage during those sessions when you are getting pounded on or you're getting outclassed, that is going to become problematic later in your training, especially if you encounter that in a fight. It can be very demoralizing. It can take all the wind out of your sails. It can be incredibly difficult to overcome. So your coaching and your training regimen needs to be inclusive of those scenarios. If you are the best person in your gym, the strongest, the fastest, the most skilled, and you're not getting challenged, you need to force that type of challenge on you. That may be, hey, I need to get a new person every 30 seconds, and they go full out while I go 50%. As an example, that could be you cross-train at other gyms that just have a higher caliber of athlete in them. That could be just change gyms overall. The important part about this mental training that you're going through, one, it develops your skill set to a higher level because you're getting pushed. Your skills are getting pushed to a higher level each time you train. But it also prepares you for the day that you lose. A lot of fighters don't think about that. They think, oh, I'm a winner. I'm the best around. Well, you're the best in the small pool, but globally, you're going to lose. Eventually, you're going to find an opponent that you lose, especially if you start getting handed opponents that are trash. I see it all the time in local MMA. I see these higher athletic fighters, and they get put with these extremely low caliber fights and matchups, and they clean house with them, which is good for them. They won. That's awesome. But they beat like a nobody that really didn't know anything. Like you're not even developing, you're just developing your record. So you're just trying to chase a title shot, but you're not actually being pressure tested as an amateur. That's where all of your pressure testing needs to happen before you turn pro. If you're not heavily pressure testing yourself as an amateur and you want to go pro, when you go pro and you get majorly outclassed, because the outclassing in pro is ridiculous sometimes. Like if you look at the top number one fighter in the world and their skill set, and then you look at number two, that skill gap is enormous. Now try, I'm a new fighter, and then I have somebody that is sandbagging the record or looking for a recovery fight that has 10 fights, and you're their first fight. That happens. So if you're not prepared on how to deal with that, that's going to be a major gap in your training. There's countless numbers of fighters out there that never, ever, ever recover from a loss. They have all kinds of mental issues. They're a winner, they're a winner, they're a winner, they're a winner. Take a look at Ronda Rousey's case. She's actually a really great example. If you look at what happened in the UFC after she lost to Holly Holm, I believe it was, she self-admitted that she was suicidal because of that loss. Now, there's probably some other factors in her life, I'm sure. I don't know all the details, but she lost a fight and became suicidal as a result. So that is an example of, if you're the best around and you've never experienced a loss, it can be very, very mentally challenging for people. So as part of your training, you should, as a hard requirement, be considering looking at, how do I recover from a loss? Don't think about losing, but how do you recover from a loss? That should actually be part of a game plan as well. Think about that.